Yeah. Two DJs in the mic, what's the vibe tonight? Talking issues, dropping gems, keep the game airtight. Spin it, flip it, mix it, fix it, yo, we here to ignite. Yeah. Hands on the decks, but the crowd don't move. Blame the DJ, not check the groove. Playlist stale, need something brand new. Crates full of dust, man, what you tryna prove? Yeah. Clubs want cheap, DJs want respect. Promoters cutting corners, man, the scene's a wreck. Yeah. Sink or scratch, doesn't matter the tech. It's about the energy, not the brand on the deck. Two DJs in a mic, turn the dark to the light. Dropping wisdom, spinning truth, get the balance just right. Two DJs in a mic, elevate, take flight. Fix the game, spark the flame, keep the future in sight. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're back. This is day 1.5. And it's been very interesting. And we have someone that can teach us about something that we all need to know. And that's the law.
The law.
So yes. We have Caroline with us. How are you doing today, Caroline?
Yeah, I'm great. Anytime I can be outside of my office, it's a good day.
Oh, okay.
Are you from here?
No, I am from Virginia. I'm living in Virginia right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that's pretty good to come all the way to little old Milwaukee to talk to some DJs.
It's my first trip to Milwaukee, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What you think so far?
You know, I have seen the airport and I've seen the hotel and I've seen the coffee shop next door, and it seems delightful.
It is.
It's actually okay.
Have you ran into any Kurds yet?
Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't run into them. No, but I did see the cheese hats.
Okay. All right.
I did get to see a cheese hat.
Depending on where you go, you're going to get some cheese curds.
Oh, we went to a place last year and it was beautiful. It was like off of a lake or something. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, we had some
It was
curds.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But it was back in Illinois. But a friend of ours, he took us down there for lunch. We were in Illinois. Yeah, It's on the other side of the lake. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can't remember the name of it, but
yes,
it was somebody trying to swoon us into something, so he took us to lunch out by this lake.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
He tried.
And then you're stuck.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Too bad I'm not into the cheese.
Yeah. So let's get to the real reason why we're here. So you spoke today, ma'am, and what did you speak on, Miss Caroline, to all of these wonderful DJs here? What are you here trying to help us with?
Well, today we hit on legal. So my day job is a lawyer, and we talked a little bit about your contracts, what needs to be in them, some fast fixes, some high impact fixes that you can do that will make what I think is the biggest impact with the least amount of lift. And then a little bit about protecting your brand, because whether that's your company name, your DJ name, your a sub-brand name, logos, things of that nature. Those are important as well.
So give us one or two things that you hit on. I mean, you said that, but go a little bit in depth on something like with contracts or protecting your brand or something like that.
Yeah. So my biggest push for people in any service industry is when we're talking about contracts, you need to do journalism questions. So you need to go who, what, when, where, why, how many, how much. And if you're not answering those about your services, you're not going deep enough. You need to be specific enough that you can answer those questions just by looking at the contract, because your clients come to you for a service. They don't know what you're giving them. They don't know what's behind the scenes. They don't know what it all entails. You're the professional, so you need to be the one to tell them the answer to those questions so that you can be aligned on what it is you're doing, who you're doing it for, where you're doing it, when you're doing it. Maybe not why you're doing it. I mean, I guess the why would be you
need to know why, what the occasion and all that stuff.
What the occasion is. It's not a funeral. It's.
We do those now too.
I mean, look.
It's celebrations of life.
I lived next to a church in my old house, and they on Saturdays and Sundays would have the craziest music, just thump. It was like a party. So I believe that, speakers. It sounded like there were DJs out there, honestly. I really do.
I'm pretty sure it was.
They might have been.
They were celebrating life.
They were celebrating.
They celebrate.
They were really
some churches, a lot of them do like Saturday events and
Yeah.
sales and community events, so it could be a lot of stuff. So,
Well, they were celebrating, and it was great. I loved it. I loved to sit on my porch and listen to it.
oh wow, did you ever look over there to see exactly what they were doing?
It was far away. I could not see them.
But it was booming.
That's what I'm telling you. They were celebrating. They were celebrating. It was a lot of celebration. It was
they were doing something else, man.
It was probably like a mile away.
Are you sure it was a church?
I am 100% sure it was a church because there was nothing else around.
She knows her neighborhood.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get offset. But so just give us a few things that you besides that you really gave the DJs about this legal thing.
Yeah. Another one is always make sure you're limiting your liability contractually as much as you possibly can. So pushing off liability for things that are outside of your control. I used my great friend Bob, who picked me up from the airport last night, and said, like, you can't necessarily limit your liability for stabbing Bob, right? We can't say like, I'm not responsible for stabbing Bob, but you can say, I'm not responsible for your equipment falling on me. I'm not responsible for your light sockets not being installed correctly, so they can't hold the amperage and the voltage, and they then spark, cause an electrical fire, and that kind of thing. Like,
so you're saying the venue or the DJs?
I'm saying that's in the DJ's contract that says, hey, venue, that's your responsibility, not mine.
If my speaker fall on you?
No, that would be like with the guest. So
okay, but
you can push liability off in different ways.
As far as the electrical, like the sockets, and if the they have bad power and it's affecting your speakers,
right,
and things of that nature.
And if you're contracting with the venue, like maybe you're like playing a show there. If you have a wedding client, you can say, hey, wedding client, your job is to confirm with the venue that it can hold my stuff, that it that it's I'm not just literally showing up to a field with a extension cord, that's not going to work. And then you're mad at me because I can't actually do my job. So those kind of things, like pushing that liability off, is pretty important. At least I think so. So, and then from the brand perspective, I would say making sure that nobody else has your company name. And then protecting the company name so people can't copy you or build off of your brand equity.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mike. I know you have one. I got a good one, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
So my question is, how do you feel about these people making us put them on our policy that we have to do?
So I understand why it's annoying. I do understand why it's annoying.
Not annoying, but is it a necessity that we really need to be doing that?
Yes, I would say so, because it impacts the way that the payout happens. So, for example, and I'm not an insurance professional, so I will say that, but I do know that, like, in the event of an emergency, if something were to happen, the payout could go directly to them, or the payout would go directly to you, like if you're on their policy, kind of that. So I would say it actually makes administration easier in a worst case scenario.
All right, I get it now.
And then honestly too, and this is a tax person question, and I don't know the answer to this, so ask the tax person, but if there is a distribution of, like, there's a payout from an insurance event and it goes directly to you, there may be tax implications that wouldn't, like, if it goes directly through
taxes
somebody
on a claim.
Not all of it. There are certain carve-outs. I'm not a tax professional. I will not pretend to be, but I know that, like, the default rule is money goes to you, you pay taxes on it. So, figuring that out is probably part of it too. But I don't know 100% on that.
That's a good one. All right, Miguel.
So you said something about going back to branding.
Yes.
Protecting your logo.
Yes.
How would you go about protecting your logo?
Well, first, what we would do is we would make sure that it's protectable. Sometimes logos are, sometimes they're not. Most of the time they are protectable. Sometimes they have been made in such a way that somebody else has that logo, or it's too close to somebody else's logo. So, for example, if your logo was just a check mark looks a lot like a Nike swoosh. So that might be too close to Nike's logo, even though it's not exact. So what we would do is we would need to make sure that there wasn't anything else out there that you were potentially accidentally infringing on with your check mark and or, with your logo. And then we would file an application with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in a best
Okay.
case scenario.
Okay.
I would advise that because that gives you a lot of leverage, a lot of like teeth if you need somebody to stop copying you. And if you ever need to get stuff pulled down from an internet impersonator or somebody making an Instagram account that says that they're you and they're not, that's the fastest and easiest way to get that down. Otherwise, you have to sue people and it's just a pain.
Well, you know, one of the things that I'm finding to be a problem, and it seems like it's the wild, wild west, is when you're dealing with like online things like domains.
Yeah.
And what they do with domains is ungodly.
It's crazy.
You know, and I'm wondering what can we do to protect ourselves from that? Because, like, say for instance, if I own Mike's.com and I build my website and I don't own Mike.net, .co, .org, or .inc,
Yeah.
and someone buys that and duplicates everything, how do we protect ourselves from that?
So if they're legitimately like impersonating you or pretending to be you or duplicating everything on your website to the point where they are trying to cause confusion, there are ways to deal with that. One of the ways is through trademark infringement mechanisms. Another one is through a DMCA copyright takedown notice. I actually included DMCA takedown notice material in my presentation. So, but in the link from my presentation where I give more information. So a DMCA takedown is a mechanism that you can get that taken down or deactivated. There are also, it's called a UDRP proceeding, Unified Domain Name Resolution Program.
Lawyer terms.
Yeah, it's not very pretty sounding, but that is a way to get domain names taken away from somebody and given back to the people that they should be with. And that's if they are using them in a malicious way. Let's put it that way.
Got it.
Yeah.
But if they're just trying to be greedy and sell your name for $5,000, there's really nothing you can do about it.
Sometimes you can, if you can show that the only reason they have it was because they knew that you were going to get it and they wanted to sell it to you. There are some situations where I tell all my trademark applicants, if I'm filing a trademark for somebody, get your domain name before we file this, because there's trolls that lurk about the trademark filings, and they will say like, oh, somebody filed for Hot Mess Express Lemonade. I don't know. Where did these come from?
That's a good one.
Somebody filed for Hot Mess Express Lemonade.
Hotmess.com.
Yeah,
That's what people
.com.
usually say.
And thank you. Hot Mess Express Lemonade, and they see you file it. As soon as they see it, they'll snatch it up.
Buy the other
they
one.
know,
Wow.
and they'll definitely buy the .com. They might buy the .co. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Or whatever you search for, and if you don't buy it.
Yeah, if you don't buy it, yeah. So I mean, and that is their right. You can't necessarily say like I own my entire block when you only buy the piece of land that your house is on, but they also can't impersonate you. So there's a really interesting line in the law, and then when technology has developed and the law is nowhere near
caught up.
Nowhere
Oh my
near it.
gosh.
No.
Catch up. You lawyers need to catch up.
I'm working on it. I'm trying so hard. I feel like
I know. It's probably
it's a
a
hamster
running
wheel.
clock.
we just decided that credit cards were good to accept fees. So let's just
Get out of here.
Maybe like 2015.
So what are y'all
was
dealing
when-
cash and checks?
I think 2015 is when Virginia was like, yeah, it's 100% fine. But I remember there was debate about it when I got out of law school. I got out of law school in 2013. So it was cash or check or money order or wire transfer or wire. I think it was a lot of wires. I still send wires.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
we all doing the same. I send certified checks mostly if I'm dealing with something on the legal side, trying to make sure, because you want to trace your steps, and I guess y'all do it so people can trace their steps and know that they did pay. You have a way of showing proof.
Yeah.
But cash is horrible though.
It is horrible.
That would be horrible as far as showing that you paid something.
Yeah, when I started out, someone paid me like $500 in cash, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Obviously I take it to the bank and deposit it, but like
spend it.
I know. I did. Don't worry.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So what else did you hit on?
What else did I hit on? Let's see. Payment terms. Make sure you are. I mean, the whole reason we're doing this is to make money, right? I mean, it is a great hobby, and we do things that we
this
love.
is not a hobby.
But it's not a hobby.
This is our job.
Exactly.
It's a business.
It is a business.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't treat it like that, so that's why it's still called a hobby. Yep.
And so we're doing it to make money. We're not doing it just to like hang out. I mean, fun jobs are still jobs. So, and they're not always fun. So we need to set up your payment terms to reflect that. So it's not a deposit. It's a non-refundable retainer that is due to book
So
the
should
services.
we put that in there? Non-refundable retainer?
Yes.
I like that. I'm gonna start using that.
You should.
Just right in the front instead of just
return.
I put retainer / deposit, but from now on
I don't use. I was told not to use
in
the
a lot
word
of places.
deposit.
I try not to use. Okay.
And you know, when someone told me this, and I thought about it, I said, name a lawyer that uses the word retainer when you pay them money.
They all do.
I mean, deposit. I mean, deposit.
Yeah.
They do not use that. It's always retainer.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's a good way of looking at it, because you're right. They always say retainer.
Yep.
Here's my retainer fee.
What?
$5,000.
A retainer is earned on receipt.
Uh-huh.
It is to retain the services.
And you can't sue for it, right? You can't sue. I was told you can't. You can fight for a deposit, but you can't fight for retainer based on the way that it's worded. I want to know this because but
Who told you that before I
can't.
it was a lawyer that told you that?
It was something. It was someone associated with one.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's not right.
Okay.
That's
We'll
less.
see. We're here to
That's
learn.
less correct than I have experienced in my practice area.
Well,
Okay.
please educate
It's
us.
really how it's structured in the agreement.
Mhm.
So if something looks like a penalty for canceling a contract, it's most courts in most jurisdictions are going to be like, no matter what you call it. It is better if you think about a judge in your head, and I'm pretty sure that like the vision you're getting is just like, crusty old white guy that has never like, he's never done an event. He's never he's written a check for his daughter's weddings maybe, but they don't get all the stuff that goes into it. So they just think DJ at an event or wedding planner at an event or photographer at an event, all you're doing is that day. So they don't necessarily know everything that goes into it. So what my job and what our job is to make it as easy as possible for them to understand what you do. So retainer helps them understand that. The word retainer helps them understand that. That being said, they still don't like penalties for cancellation of contracts because for some reason, and believe it or not, we want people to enter and exit freely in contracts unless it hurts someone, unless it damages somebody. So the retainer is structured to compensate you, to pay you for booking the date out, blocking it off your calendar, doing the preparations, getting your assistant, doing all the back and forth beforehand that takes forever, where you're like, I need this from you. You still haven't responded to my email. Please tell me this. Hello, please. The emails and that pile up. So in your agreement, the bare minimum, I would say, is non-refundable retainer as liquidated damages, not as a penalty.
Edit.
And that verbatim is the bare minimum of what I would do.
Okay.
After just the experiences of COVID 2020.
Yeah, that oh boy, that taught a lot of people a lot. What is it, majeure?
Force majeure, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the retainer, I didn't go to a court, but it helped me with the company that I was dealing with that
good.
handles my my process or my payments. And I had someone that disputed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tried to
Credit card dispute?
Well, they tried to get the money back.
Ugh.
And it was during that time, and we were like, we can move the date, but Retainers are non-refundable.
Yeah.
And they tried to fight for it. I won.
He fought the law and he won. The law didn't win.
She's a regular DJ on the side.
No.
All these little.
I'm just insane.
Okay.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
So, what is something else that we really need to do to protect our neck? Like, especially retainer thing. What's something else you can give us real easy that like we can use to protect ourselves when it comes to contracts or whatever?
I would say making sure your contract, and this is something that people, large companies or small companies, mess up all the time. Sign in the name of your company, not personally. Make sure you are signing as your company, which says like, yeah.
How is that done, Miss Caroline? So we just put Alliance Entertainment Group or 2 DJs and 1 mic. We would sign it as that instead of Jeff and Mike.
Yeah. So, well,
Whoa.
here you go. Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
show
go
you.
ahead.
I'm gonna write it down.
You just write.
So you have my.
Or you can just use Menopause as the example since it's on there.
My Company Inc. I talk about this a lot too, and
This
should
is the
include
first.
this.
I've never heard this one before.
Name, title. Okay, so you have my company at the top, your company name at the top. Then you have the by line, which is by : and then that's where you sign. So you sign your name.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your name written out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your title with the company. So that could be owner, founder, I don't know, chef, whatever it is. DJ master. And then date it too, obviously.
She is funny.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
DJ master.
And then you have your date. And so
That's how it would look. Let's see.
no.
Yeah,
probably not.
it's okay. No,
Okay,
it's
probably
all right. Let me
not.
see it. I might get it a little better, a little closer.
Uh,
Y'all might not be able to see that.
Probably not.
We'll put it up. We'll definitely put it when we add this episode. We'll throw that in there. In the
So
bylines.
well, there you go. So yeah, if you are just signing it like Steve or like Bob, I keep picking on Bob because he picked me up at the airport. If you just sign it like Bob, you are signing in your personal capacity. You're not signing it as your company. So we have to make it very, very clear in the beginning of your agreement, like this agreement is between my company and this person. But then at the end too, make sure you're signing it, my company, blah, blah, blah. My name is this. Oh, so you're not like signaturing the company. You're not like script.
Okay, I got you.
But it has to say your company by this person who is essentially like legally they're an agent.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna turn myself into an agent because I've signed a lot of contracts, so I need to cut that out.
That's okay.
Digitally. So yeah, we got to cut that out. Yeah, that's a good one, Mike. Go ahead. You got anything?
No, I just have. I do have something. And this is something else that I did in that that situation. I used to have a problem with people paying, but they didn't sign the contract.
Yeah.
So what I was told, and I thought about this too. So I put in the contract that any payments, any and all payments act as a sign, as an agreement, as a signature would, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
With this contract.
Yeah. Sometimes that works.
Well, it worked because that was that situation.
Oh, there
too.
you go. See, yeah, sometimes that can work. And it's called a quasi-contract or I'm getting in like legalese here, but we call it like a quasi-contract. There's also like, you get into like arguments about estoppel and all this stuff. But really, basically, it's like if parties are acting like the contract is signed and like we just made a administrative error, it's like that's not going to kill everything on a technicality, So especially if they've started to act and you've performed a little bit and not perform as in like dance perform, but perform as in like done the service. You definitely have a valid argument that there is a valid contract there and that contract controls. So yeah, it's a good one. Another one is also like this agreement is voided after 30 days or because somebody might come back 6 months later or a year later and sign an agreement and be like, well, this is next weekend and my rates are different and blah blah blah. So that's another thing that's helpful. And a bunch of different things that we run into time and time again. But I would really just say the three most impactful are make sure your cancellations and rescheduling is clear, make sure your payment terms are clear, and make sure you've shifted that liability as much away from you as much as you can.
So I had a lawyer one time at a conference told us that since we signed a contract and they hadn't paid the full amount, we're still obligated to show up.
That that can be a thing. That's another thing that I like to put in contract. See, I had 35 minutes to talk. I couldn't get through 10 years.
No. I'm just asking these questions because I've heard that, and a lot of people will argue me down and say, "No, Jeffrey, we don't have to show up because they didn't pay us our full amount."
If you put it in your contracts that you don't have to show up if they don't pay you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's how you do that.
Yeah. See, you're like, do you have a law degree? Are you just messing with me now?
No, I'm not.
It sounds like you've done everything you need to do. And I'm really
you know
impressed.
You just have people that try to get over on you.
Well, and this is something that I've accepted that you have to continuously work on, because people are always trying to figure out ways to break something. So I've learned along the way, and from myself and a lot of other people's situations that have talked about, this happened to me and I had to do X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
And when it comes to your money in that contract, you have to. So my terms and conditions cover a lot of that.
I love that.
Because some I've got burnt, like I say, some other people.
Yeah.
So I know, and from other friends, that our country live and die by contracts.
We do.
And they honor the contract. If you sign something and do certain things and expect the judge to get you out of that, you have a binding contract.
Yeah, there's
that you agreed to.
Yeah, there's very few things that you can get.
Yes,
that you can get out of.
So those terms and conditions, if they don't read it, it's not my fault.
That's true. Sometimes we have to deal with the fallout if they don't read it. Like sometimes it's annoying.
Yeah, I put it in there.
Yeah,
because
in our engagement letter for legal services, we have I read this agreement. I really did. You have to check a box.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, my partner put that in there, and I was like, I like that. I appreciate
and
it.
it won't
I read this agreement. I really did.
Yeah.
Yes. And is it digital or is it
a check mark?
It's they have to sign digitally. Yeah.
Okay.
But is it a check mark to check that off, or is it just part of the signature line?
I think it's right in front of the signature line.
It has to be required then for them to check.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's right in front of the signature line. And it's yes, I read this. So they can't be like, oh, I didn't know.
What else have you dealt with, Michael?
No, I'm just saying the contract thing is a good one.
We understand, but what have you done?
Well, those are some of the bigger things that I've dealt with. The terms and conditions, and deposits versus retainers and so forth. So once I learned that, I went right home and changed.
Yeah, I got a few changes we got to make tonight. I'm gonna go do upstairs and do it.
Now I'm not the signature with the company. No, I haven't.
I think mine is right, but I'm gonna double check. We'll find out. I do have a question about subcontract to contractor.
Oh yeah. It's a hot zone.
Let's
lean
in.
Lean in. I know. It's a hot zone.
Okay, so what's your take on it, or the correct lawyerly
ways of dealing
terms?
With that?
People are using subcontractors and 1099s, and they're actually employees, and they're misclassified, and it can cause a lot of fines and fees. And I know that everybody else does it. And I don't judge for it because it is very difficult and very expensive to have employees in the United States. And that is why people want to use contractors, because it is a very intensely, highly regulated, complex thing to have employees.
You can ask my question.
How do you separate the two?
No, how do you determine what is contract and
was a contractor or not?
Yeah.
It's called the IRS 20 factors test in most states. In some states, it's called the AB test. California, you're on your own, because I don't want to deal with California ever. They have their own craziness.
Oh, wow.
I married a Californian, so I feel like I can make fun of them nicely. But it's called the IRS 20 factors test, and it's really about control over the worker? Like, are you telling the worker where to be when? Are you telling the worker what they can do, what equipment they have to use? Are you providing equipment?
We're
for the
done right
worker?
there. I mean, telling
Well,
somebody where they
no.
got to be and when. You're pretty
I'm
much
just saying,
done.
does that mean that they're employed when you tell them where they have to be and when?
So I will say it is a 20
It's
factors
really
test.
It's real sticky.
And it's a weighing test, and no one factor is determinative. But the more you
control the situation.
the more it looks like an employee.
Okay, all right.
If
so,
they are involved in your same line of work, they're probably
so
employed.
say if I'm a company owner and I have DJs and I tell them where to be, but I don't give them any equipment, so it's 1-to-1, so I might be able to lean this way. But
if you are like very hands off and you like tell them, there are ways that we can really try to structure your arrangement with someone to circumvent that. We try very hard to help people figure that out.
It's called the IRS. What now? 20.
The IRS 20 factors test. There's 20 factors.
Okay.
20 factors.
But they all have to do with control.
I'm gonna try not to read that.
Yeah.
It's.
You say you're gonna try not to read it?
I know.
You're afraid of being convicted?
No. But like I said, Goldman Sachs, we had 4 lawyers. Everybody asked a different question, and everybody was convicted. Every time you ask something, it just got deeper and deeper and deeper to them being employees and not subcontractors.
Yeah.
That 20 factor test is very employee driven.
It really is. It really is. It's like,
I know you try to be like, okay, well, I don't tell them what to do. I kind of like give them some time. You could be there about 1:30 if you want to, but don't be later than 2. But it's tough. Yeah.
That part right there is like,
Yeah, it's tough. And when you're building a business in a space where it is so highly regulated, you want to comply with employment laws, right? And it's not like most people don't go out and they say like, oh, I'm going to violate laws today. It's like, oh, I just didn't know, or I didn't have the structure to help me figure out knowing this or to support my growth, that kind of stuff. And so it's not constantly. People came into my office the other day and they were like, we accidentally committed a felony. And I was like, well, and they did. They had accidentally committed a felony. It was a paper felony, so it wasn't like they, murdered anybody. But I was like, oh, okay.
So how does that shape your representation when somebody tells you that? I mean, I know they have client-attorney privilege, but does that be like, okay, do I really even want to deal with this because you're guilty, or do I need to figure out a way to get you out of it?
If somebody's being prosecuted by the law, like if someone's in criminal law territory, because there's 2 separate systems, right? There's civil, and I didn't know this going into law school. I knew nothing, so I'll just explain it. There's the civil system, and then there's the criminal system. So criminal system is like your state prosecutors, and they can put you in jail. And then your civil system is like Bob, Sue, Sally. So it's person versus person versus company, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to jail for that. Sometimes, occasionally, they can cross-pollinate in certain ways, but not usually. But this was a situation where they had like built a business a certain way that was considered like slightly fraudulent. And it doesn't, the way it happens, it doesn't seem like it should be a felony to me. But so usually if they're getting prosecuted by a prosecutor and they are at risk of going to jail, I will 100% not be the person that needs to be represented. I loved criminal law class. I loved everything about learning criminal law in law school, but I knew I was never going to practice it.
Was it because of moral reasons?
No. Oh my God. I think everybody needs a lawyer. Like, that's the most important type of lawyer. Defense attorneys, and especially pro bono defense attorneys, are the backbone of the legal system. Public defenders, they are doing the most important job.
I know, but
it's hard. I know.
Well, see, that puts me in I have another question totally off of that.
This is good.
We had a situation that took place in front of our house.
Yeah.
And it was a serious situation. We live in front of a huge park that's over a mile.
Oh my gosh.
And we have a huge pond.
Uh-huh.
So one morning it was about 7:30-ish, 7:45-ish. A guy attempted to rape a young lady.
Uh-huh.
And we ended up fighting with the guy and so forth.
Oh
So
God.
yes, it was something wrong with him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So almost a year later, we went to court.
Yeah.
And I was the first witness. So, I got to see everything from everybody,
Yeah.
because you know how it is.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you just hear the testimony from when you're there and after, if you choose to stay in it.
Mhm.
So I'm listening to all of this, and the lawyer comes up and she asks me these questions, and she's actually trying to defend him.
Mhm.
And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, wow, how hard is it to defend someone that done something
Mhm.
that you already know he's wrong?
Yeah.
How does that work? How does that affect you?
Yeah. And, I will say I am not a criminal lawyer, and I have friends that are, and, you learn it in law school. It's your job. Their job that day is to try as best they can to keep the integrity of the system as a whole. And that is like, if there's not enough evidence, the state hasn't done their job. Like, because if it doesn't work in the best case scenario, it's definitely not going to work in the worst case scenario, which is when like somebody else is, up there. So it's you got to separate yourself from the emotion of it.
Wow.
You got to be the one that's like,
wow. That is deep. That's a deep.
Yeah,
thought.
and I'm just saying that whole time, because I'm listening to all of her testimony.
Yeah, but I'm saying, go ahead.
But no, I understood that, but I was just like, man, morally, how is that affecting her? Because, everybody that comes in here are telling a consistent story. And then you see the young lady take the stand, and she's in tears. And then at the end, she reads a letter to him.
Yeah.
Saying that I forgive you and all of this. And then the lady is questioning her. And I understand, I like the law.
Yeah.
I've watched stuff and read stuff.
Well, you know a lot about it, clearly.
But I'm just saying,
shown that.
I know her job is to make sure that he's being treated fairly.
Yeah.
And that even though he's wrong, was there another wrong committed?
Yeah. I think law school does a really good job. It really reshapes the way your brain works, and it helps you figure out, because people have to completely take the emotion out of it, and you have to be like, this is the fact, this is what it implicates, this is the fact, this is what it implicates. And so you get really good at kind of like compartmentalizing it.
Yes,
and seeing it as for better or for worse, like a problem to solve and a way to maintain the structure of the system that admittedly does not work great most of the time, but it at least works better than the alternative, which is like complete chaos. We're like limping along on 3 wheels, but we at least have 3.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Wow. Okay. I feel emotionally drained here, especially with this subcontract employee thing. But So what's the fine in Virginia for that?
Virginia, we do 20 factors test.
But I'm saying, what's the fine?
Oh, what's the fine?
It varies, though.
No,
I think it's like a 10.
it's more than that.
Well, I was gonna say, I think you start off at, but because there's all the
First
back
infraction.
taxes.
Because they were saying, like in Texas, it's $25,000 a person.
Well, everything's bigger in Texas. I mean,
Well, thank you for that, man. Can we get smaller in Texas, please?
Wow.
Trim it down a little.
They can shit
This
your
is
whole company
good.
down
So,
with them fines.
I used to like my other lawyer, but now I'm like, this one is really good here. I mean,
So do you do any classes?
I'm a law professor. Yeah.
oh wow!
Oh, come
You look
on.
like you're about 12 though. So you teach? You're a professor too?
I appreciate that. My gray hair appreciates that, and my Botox person appreciates that.
Well, that was too much TMI, but okay. No, but I mean, you don't look that. We won't ask, but I mean, you don't look. Professors look
I'm 37.
criggly and walking in.
Yeah.
No,
today in class.
I think they got stuck with me. I think that they were just like, we need somebody, and I was there, and they just kind of
Well,
were like,
that's
let's
good.
go.
I mean, that's good. So, do you enjoy teaching?
I love it.
Sounds
Yeah.
like it. Yeah,
I do.
sounds like
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
I hated law school, but I love teaching it because I feel like it's come a long way.
What do you teach at?
I teach at
I'm
university.
sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No, I don't want to get to anybody
fine.
looking for you or anything.
Oh, I'm all over the internet. What are you talking about?
Okay, all right. Well, we just have to be safe just in case.
You're right.
Proceed.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I teach at Richmond School of Law, so University of Richmond.
Okay, Richmond, Virginia.
Yep, Richmond,
Okay,
Virginia.
cool.
Man.
Yeah,
All right,
home of the
cool.
Flying Squirrels. Flying Squirrels baseball, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, that's probably good. Richmond. I just think Richmond Spiders.
Yeah, that's University of Richmond.
Why do you call it the Flying Squirrel then?
Well, because the Flying Squirrel's a baseball. First of all, you know why I'm calling it. Why I go for the Flying Squirrel instead of the Spider. The Spider's terrible, and the Flying Squirrel is much better.
Oh my
No, I love it.
gosh.
The Spider's great too. I am a Richmond Spider. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, where'd that come from?
And then we have the VCU. We got the Rams, but the Flying Squirrels is the baseball team.
Okay, all right.
We don't have any sports really. Well, we do, but our heart is with our Flying Squirrels.
Okay, are they pretty good? Division 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever.
I don't know what they are. I don't know. I don't think they're that great. I think they're middle of the ground.
They just
okay.
have the team.
You know, you just
Yeah.
have to play. You just have to peak at the right time sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
They just have a team.
we'll have enough money to,
Yeah.
buy you a couple championships.
Maybe.
Players now.
Oh well, so University of Richmond, yeah,
Uh-huh.
they are doing great. They're the Spiders. They're doing great.
Okay.
Richmond Flying Squirrels is the baseball team. They are
This is so crazy how you just separate the baseball team and calling them the Flying Squirrels.
No, they're the baseball team, like the
Oh,
community.
okay.
the little league.
Oh, it's
the minor league.
no, minor league. Okay, I was gonna say, where is this coming from? What is he talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, because you got
Sorry.
me on that. No,
Sorry.
I was like,
Why are they squirrels?
so you're a baseball fan?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wish I was. My husband played baseball in college and still attempts to play baseball as an adult. But
Because you're close to my favorite team, the Atlanta Braves.
Yep, we're not far.
Yeah,
Do you
Actually, they were. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You're close
Do
to
you-
truest.
yeah.
I love the Braves.
Do you at least understand the game?
I do because during COVID, it was the only thing that was going on is they were playing baseball outside. So I learned.
in Texas at the Rangers' new Globe Life Field, they had indoor baseball.
We were not. We were outside in like some sort of fields in the middle of nowhere. But
Oh, your husband was still playing?
he look.
Does he
They had to
coach
do
too?
something.
No, he's an adult. He's an adult. 25
They
and
were
over.
they were doing
okay.
things against protocol.
Yeah, we were out sitting in a field by ourselves. Like everybody had their own little like circle, and
With
they
your
were
little
just
chair?
out there,
Yeah, okay.
hanging. So
Yeah. Wow.
Did that change business for you during COVID, or slow it down, or did the law keep going?
it was for me because I work with a lot of event professionals and creatives. It was absolutely insane. It was so busy. I was, and my husband's a dentist, so he was not working at all. So
Oh,
he
wow.
was my like runner. He would just like go get me snacks. He was
Wow.
great. He was awesome for. Actually, he didn't check his email, so that wasn't great. But he did bring me food.
Oh, okay.
So
Why did he
nice.
need to check his email? Were you
Well-
emailing him saying I need snacks?
I was telling him, I was like, hey, you can be my assistant right now. Like, it's my phone and my email. I probably would.
Yeah.
I would text him. I was like, my phone's ringing off the
Your
hook.
poor husband.
I have this Zoom
Yeah.
call. I have this meeting. I have this thing. I have this presentation to this company because they don't know what to do about COVID.
You made me
And,
think about the movie with Alan Sandler and Jack Nicholas.
Oh,
Oh my
I
God.
said over easy. When he threw that-
yeah. I wasn't that mean. I was nice. But I was like, oh, can you help me with scheduling? And he would check his email like once a day. And I was like, no, you need to check it like once every 30 minutes.
Yes. Wow.
So it
He
didn't
thought he
work.
might come back sooner than he did. Oh my
God
God.
bless him.
So man, this has been wonderful. I'm so
Oh,
glad
yes.
you ran by or whatever. And
Yes.
somebody pointed.
Yes,
we
I
were
have been
listening,
seeing
but
her
we couldn't
walking by.
hear.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
But
glad.
yeah, so wow. So now, do you like hanging out with us, or
Oh, I do. I
you,
do.
especially at Wedding MBA? He
Yeah.
hadn't been yet, but it's
Oh, it's
Mike.
fun.
It's crazy.
It's
man.
really fun.
It's crazy.
It's a good time.
5,000.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
So how many did you do there? Just 1, 2?
I did 2 years there.
No, I'm talking about how many times did you
Oh.
speak over the conference? More than one time, or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
once?
yeah.
Okay.
I did.
They didn't stick you in a little room on the show floor with us with some
No.
silent disco headphones too.
No, they did not do that with me. I did see that one year though.
I'm gonna call Shannon. I'm gonna say, Shannon, that lawyer that you had,
I
bring her
love
back
Shannon.
and put her in one of those little things with the silent disco headphones.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm gonna come ask about 500 questions.
Dude, I would do it. I would totally do it. When I got pregnant, I was like, I cannot. I'm due right now, and I cannot like have a baby.
Can't be there.
I can't have a
You can't
baby in
do that.
Vegas.
Yeah.
No.
That would not be good.
Man,
for me,
this is
so.
really good. Do you have a card or
I
anything?
do.
So
Yes.
you can
Actually,
get it
not
after we
with
get
me.
done.
Not with
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
My
we
purse
got
is
it because
not here.
I need
Okay.
legal advice.
Or
a
are
lot.
you here
And I'm
at the
gonna make up
hotel?
for your
Will you
husband.
be able to bring us a
I
card?
am. I can stop it out here. I am at the
Yeah.
hotel. My bag is just
because we want to make sure we
not
put
on
it up when we post the show too,
I would love
saying
that.
Yes.
that give her.
And we're
information.
looking for someone to come on our show periodically to talk about law.
I would love
Yeah.
that. My partner Chris is also another great person.
We would love that.
He's getting into the YouTube, so
And we're gonna say something.
Yeah.
We're thinking about doing a conference in Dallas, so we
hit me up. I love Dallas.
yeah.
I've been there for stuff before.
Oh, really?
All right.
DFW.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
I've also
yeah.
been stuck in that airport, which was terrible.
You
Which
don't have
one?
to tell us. We live there.
Yeah.
DFW.
Which one?
DFW.
Oh, big one.
Yeah. I hate it like when you fly back home and they put you in a different terminal than where you parked at. DFW is notorious for crazy.
It's too big.
Too
I
big.
hate going there. I get lost
Hey,
every
we live
time.
there. Stop it.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
I know you
I
are.
got a tiny airport. It's the best thing ever. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
highly recommend.
Well, once again, tell them how they can find you if they want some not free legal
Yes.
advice, but just to.
You can find me. Our website is waylaw.com, WAYLAW.com.
Mm.
I just changed. I just
Like
merged in. I used to have my own practice, and as of last year, I just merged in with my partner Chris. So you can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and all the platforms at CJFox Law.
CJFox Law.
That's my name, Caroline.
Y'all heard
J.
it.
Fox.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
And every time you say Caroline, it messes with me. No, I don't think about that.
Oh, okay.
I think about Poltergeist,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the TV.
Yeah. I usually get Poltergeist or
Yes.
or Outcast, so I'll take Poltergeist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love you so cultured too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
I
She's
knew
perfect
exactly
for
what you
DJ
were talking
Conference,
about.
man.
Oh,
That's
yes.
out of control.
I had a good time.
Caroline.
Yes.
Oh my
Andre 3000.
Oh my gosh. All right. All right.
Well,
man,
thank you
give it up
guys.
for the Richmond
yes.
Flying Squirrels one more time.
Yes, yes. They're flying. We don't know where, but they
They're
fly.
going.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Oh my gosh. So who are they farm team for?
I thought it was the Braves
Really? I don't, but it might be.
It could
might
be.
because it was the Richmond Braves, and then they changed it.
So it's not the Braves anymore. Somebody done bought them then. Because I thought
Let me
that was
check
it.
it.
Richmond Braves.
Let me see.
That's why I was thinking, then you come out some flying squirrel. I'm like, who that? But there's no team that says flying squirrels.
Maybe
In the mic, what's the vibe tonight? Talking issues, dropping gems, keep the game airtight. Spin it, flip it, mix it, fix it, yo, we here to ignite. Yeah, hands on the decks, but the crowd don't move. When the DJ, not check the groove. Playlist still need something brand new. Crates full of dust, man, what you tryna prove? Clubs want cheap, DJs want respect. Promoters cutting corners, man, the scenes are wrecked. Yo, Sank or scratch, doesn't matter the tech. It's about the energy, not the brand on the deck. 2 DJs and a mic, turn the dark to the light. Dropping wisdom, spinning truth, get the balance just right. Two DJs and a mic, elevate, take flight. Fix the game, spark the flame, keep the future in sight. Yeah. Fake followers and played streams. They chasing clout but killing dreams. Then he's playing politics, killing the scene. But we bring solutions, not just a meme. Pay the DJ, they the life of the spot. Don't let the boot get cold when the dance floor's hot. Respect the craft, don't reduce it to a bot. It's an art form, now they get the time forgot. Hey, dynamite, oh. Hey, dynamite, hey, dynamite, oh. Hey, dynamite,